Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at what can you expect in your life in the upcoming 10 days. Now as always, you have 3 piles in front of you, so when it comes to your selection, please pick a pile that is most for you on the basis of the feathers, the images, or in case of pile 1, your ice cream stick, in case of pile 2, grapes, and in case of pile 3, a donut. Now whichever speaks to you, you can go with that, and of course I'll give you some time and then we start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, then these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming 10 days. We start off with monology. Now for you pile 1, this is the week to release negativity. So if you want to do something and you're like, oh, maybe I may not be able to do this, or I really want to do this, but yeah, it's time for you to release that negativity, because it is that releasing of negativity and holding on to a positive mindset that will enable you to cross over any obstacles. Okay, so please release negativity that is inside you about a certain thing. Now from your tarot, you have the Chariot, you have the Moon, you have High Priestess. See, first of all, I'll tell you this, this is a week that is very dominated by your emotions. Yeah. Also, this is going to be a week that is going to be very, very busy, more busy than you usually would have anticipated. The possibility of travel and movement is definitely for you. For a couple of you, this could also be like a trip. And trip that you've been planning for a very long time, but that is clearly happening. You're carrying too much on yourself. Yeah, probably you want to do this at this point of time, you want to do that at another point of time, and you're trying to fit in everything together, which may be possible if you're really on top of your game. But please make sure you don't reach a point that is like, okay, that's it, I cannot do it anymore, because a burnout is likely very possible for you. Certain emotional fluctuations are possible for you. Yeah, so maybe certain emotions that have been buried deep within you come to the surface and you're like, okay, I really don't know what to do with this. Yeah, spiritually, this is a week which is very, very important for you, and you may be much more tuned in if you allow yourself to be, because your feelings may also give you certain answers that you've always wanted. This is also a week where you may want to keep certain plans to yourself. Don't sort of reveal everything to everybody, because sometimes the plans that are revealed prematurely do not happen. So be a little bit careful around that. Busy week, please make sure you do as much as you can and leave the rest that you cannot. This is also a week where you probably will get around a particular kind of community. Now this could be community at work, this could be community with regards to your family, but people coming together is very much on the cards for you in the upcoming week. And for some of you, you may also realize the importance of having a community. Maybe because you have to do things on yourself and you're like, okay, I wish I had somebody to share this burden. But then you'll realize, oh, you actually do have. Yeah? And that is something you may need to reflect on a little bit. Of course, as I mentioned already, emotions are striking you. And what is happening, you're getting so overwhelmed that you feel like you don't know where you're heading. And at that point of time, the only thing that you need to do is you have to take the first step. First step only. Think about today only. The tomorrow will take care of itself, okay? Because the darkness, once again, the negativity may be clouding your vision and perception a little bit. Now, please know this, that you need to be fair about certain things. Yeah? You need to be honest about certain things, and you need to accept certain things the way they are, even though it may not be fair for you. Please make sure when it comes to making any commitments, you weigh the pros and cons of things. And only if you feel like, okay, I'm extremely sure that this is for me, get into it. Yeah. Of course, follow your dreams. See, don't quit on your dreams because you feel like they are hard. Don't quit on your dreams because you feel like, it is going to be taking a little bit too much out of you. If you have a dream, follow it. Baby steps, one step at a time. That is the best way to follow on everything. But follow your dreams, don't give up. Now, the possibility also is that you're going to be finding new people coming into your life. And these people will support you in the long haul. And these are supportive, okay? It's not like they don't want what's best for you. They actually are very supportive, and they may actually people who are going to be your cheerleaders. They are the kind of people who tell you, you can do it. And I feel like that is what is happening for you in the upcoming week. Now, I'm also going to be taking your romantic cards. So let's see what's happening when it comes to relationships. Please be careful about emotional fluctuations, because sometimes you may realize that, oh, this person is like that, but it may not be true. Okay, for a couple of you, separation time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So possibly for a couple of you, you may be at a distance from your partner, or your partner may be traveling, or you may be traveling for work, or for some activity. But of course, right now for the upcoming 10 days, I feel like time apart from your partner is on the horizons. Past life relationship. Okay, now for a couple of you, the person who is in your life, or if you're single, the person who is going to be coming in your life has a past life connection with you, and you've known each other before. Yeah, which is why maybe your bond will feel like it's super strong. And let go of control issues. So once again, if you have a tendency of controlling certain people, of wanting them to behave in a way that is more convenient for you, you may have to reflect on that a little bit. Allow whatever situation is to unfold naturally. Sometimes giving space in a relationship is also good. I'll take more. Okay. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Once again, follow your dreams, don't quit, trust your heart, and continue to follow the guidance. So once again, when it comes to your love life, you can manifest things. You can manifest happiness. You can manifest a relationship that feels harmonious. Yeah, it's all about how you make it a reality. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So your heart is already telling you what is right for you. So listen to your heart with regards to your romantic relationship, and only time will tell. So for now, you just need to be a little bit patient when it comes to matters of your heart, because it's like things are in a flux right now. Maybe because emotionally you are in a flux, so then give it time. And one more I'll give you. Oh, you have two. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. So once again, let go of your control issues. Don't try to force things, because sometimes life intends for certain things to happen. Let it happen that way. You will have blessings coming out of it. And last one, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So even though you may not be with your person, maybe they're traveling or they are in a different place, you are in a different place, they still think of you. And they always have this deep kind of love for you. Yeah, I will also give you messages from Baba. Let's see what Baba has to say. Transformation. Invite Baba into your heart and home and see miraculous transformations in your life. So if there's a particular area in your life you feel like you're not able to take care of it, or you're finding difficulty with it, please invite the power of Baba or whichever ascended master you believe in for things to get better. And miracle. Okay, miracles happen. Look out for the miracles in your own life. Now Baba is here to tell you that in your life, miracles have happened before. Like you witnessed them before. So what makes you think that miracles cannot happen now? Okay, that's what Baba is asking you to reflect on a little bit. Yeah, but miracles can happen in your life. Just pay attention and expect them so that they can happen for you. I'll give you your letters and numbers. Number 10. You've C, S, D, you've T, N, G. Number 4, R, F, W, 99, Q, you have B, you have G, O, you have God. So when it comes to certain things, you may just want to trust God on it a little bit, because sometimes miracles happen, and that is through divine intervention. Now once again, if you're afraid of a couple of things, you need to let it go and let God in. Yeah? Once again, fear is a negative belief system. Where there is fear, it means there is a lack of faith. So that's something you need to reflect on a little bit. Number 8, number 23, and you have E. Yeah? Once again, you have REST. Please make sure you make resting a priority, because if you're very busy or the week is very busy, do not ignore your personal well-being and welfare. Remember, you're trying to take care of multiple things simultaneously, but your rest is also very, very important. And for some of you, you could actually be attending a feast. Enjoy, in which case you are. I'll leave you here with my best wishes, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected PAL 2, then these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming 10 days. Now, instinctively, what I'm picking up here is for a couple of people, okay? Now, this may be just one person. Please pay attention to your hemoglobin levels, okay? Because that may require a little bit of attention. Now, for others, this week, you need to take action. Don't just plan on things. Don't just think about yourself that, okay, I am going to be doing this. Procrastination is your biggest enemy in the upcoming 10 days, which needs to be replaced by action. So please take that into account. You have the King of Wands, you have Six of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have Two of Swords. Okay, lot of mental energy. One thing I'll tell you, the possibility in this week is you may be overthinking a couple of things. And that is what you're doing. You're probably thinking it too much instead of acting on things. So maybe action is something that needs to drive you in the upcoming 10 days. Please know this. Anything that was difficult for you, you're coming out of that situation, and things are likely to get easier for you. The difficult part is over. The simpler parts begin for you right now. There is a very important choice awaiting you in the upcoming 10 days, but you may be a little bit confused about this. Be logical about it and take decisions that are right for you. In the upcoming week, you may also get help from somebody. Okay, now this could be help in the form of advice, help in the form of support, or when you are stuck in something, getting the right advice at the right time. That is something that is going to be coming to you in the upcoming 10 days. Now, environment. See, I'll tell you this, please be careful about the time you spend with people around you. Are you spending time with people who are productive, who have huge dreams for themselves, and who are working on those dreams? Or are you spending time with people who are constantly about, oh, I want to do this? Take care of your environment. And sometimes this could be physical environment too. So place yourself in positions where you're very confident. Place yourself in positions where you're more active. That will help you. But please pay attention to your environment. Now, victory in some endeavors is also coming to you. Now, this could be in multiple ways. You're planning on some kind of submission and it works for you. You're planning on studying something, it works for you, passing an examination, but something is giving you a particular kind of victory in the upcoming 10 days. And growth, it's a time of growth for you. So once again, if your growth was stuck in the past or was not happening in a way that you expected, that is changing. But remember, it is a process. Just like a seed doesn't become a tree overnight, for you it is a process, but that process has begun. And as you begin to act more on it, it will be much more quicker for you. And remember, whatever is happening for you in your life, it is fated. So if you feel like, the process is slow, because it is meant to be slow. and you're not anybody by mistake. When it comes to relationships, things are not a mistake. When it comes to your work, it is not a mistake. It is what is written, which is why it is that way. It is fated. That is what I see. And it's the healing light. So this week, it's also about your own healing, your physical healing, your personal healing, and healing of your environment too. So once again, be very, very careful about your surroundings, because your surroundings are impacting you a lot more than you even anticipated to begin with. Yeah, so be a little bit careful with that. Now I'm also going to be shuffling a couple of cards on camera, especially with regards to your relationship. Let's take a look. You have, okay, new love. Okay, for a couple of you, the possibility is that you're going to be meeting somebody new, or you may just come across a person and you feel like, the romantic strings of your heart are actually, picking up that pace. Once again, if that happens, it is fated. And if you come across this person, please go walk and say a hello. It's time to take action. Please remember this, okay? And finances and career. Okay, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So if you're the kind of person and you're like, before taking care of my love life, I'm going to be sorting out my career, or I'm going to be sorting out my finances. These two things can go together with the right kind of partner. So don't delay your love life because you're very focused on your career. Please don't do that. That's not how it should be. And make the effort. So once again, take action. If you have been single for a very long time, and especially because you make your career into an excuse, make an effort, because this is just the right kind of time. It is a time that is fated for a new person to enter. Now, I'll also give you a couple of more messages. Let's see what's supposed to be coming. Okay. New beginning. Oh, wow. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So once again, it's a new beginning when it comes to your romantic life. So make the effort. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. The next person who comes in, I feel like you may feel like you belong, like you really belong together. Wow. And even if you are in a relationship, there can be a new beginning every day. Yeah. And playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So if you feel like, certain things have not been right, your playfulness and shared laughter can help you resolve anything. Yeah? Make a new beginning, no matter where you are in your life. And I'll give you one more. Okay, this one. Criticizing one another will only lead to unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So please remember, when it comes to relationship, no matter which relationship it is, whether this is your family or your love life, try not to criticize the other person, because somehow for you, pile 2, when you say things, you say it in a way that it really hurts the other person. So be careful with your criticism, especially. And if you want to criticize, if you just cannot help yourself, please make sure you're also highlighting the points that are positive about the other person. Okay, please keep this in mind. Now, I'm also going to be shuffling cards from Baba. So let's see what Baba has to tell you. Compassion. Have compassion for those who are suffering and less fortunate than you. Help someone in need today. So there's a need for you to be compassionate towards somebody. Okay? Sometimes, we meet people, we don't even know what their life story is. And, each person carries a certain baggage. So be compassionate, no matter who it is that you meet. All truly spiritual paths lead to God. Follow the path that is more suited for you. See, your spiritual path need not exactly be the same as the path of the second person that you meet, or even me. Even if you're walking with me on a spiritual level, we can have different paths. Yeah, but we can still accompany each other home, walk each other home. And that is what we are all doing, because we all have different paths. Okay, now this really wanted to fall out. Your health will improve. Do a daily japa of Baba's name. So once again, when I started off at the very beginning, I gave a message about, hemoglobin levels. But of course, whatever it is that you're suffering health wise, please do a japa of Baba's name or whichever jap you believe in, because that will be a cure for you. And last one, karmic debt, pay off old debts and try to not accumulate new ones. So when it comes to your life, the possibility is that things got delayed for you because you were paying some kind of a karmic debt and you may be on the end of it, but then it is your job to not create new ones by being unkind to people. You will be surprised, even the remarks that are offhanded can create massive karma, because you may not even realize that you're hurting the other person, but that other person is supremely hurt. Be very careful. Even with a stranger, be careful. I'll give you your letters and numbers. R 23, you have R again, 55, T, you have tree. Okay, once again, environment, spending time in nature, planting a tree or a balcony garden, if that is something you can do, can really massively change things. Of course, it's good karma too, taking care of plants is also good karma, so you can do that. E, P, pet, once again, take care of your pet if you have one, yeah, and make sure you take them outdoors or just for some fresh air, because when it comes to pets, they need to be outside at least for some time. M, 11, L, E again. Wow, there's so many E's. Number 2, P, 29, you've E again, I, H, A, a hat taking on a different role. So maybe, maybe you're going to be doing something that you've not done before. So that is also something that's possible for you. And you have a D. Yeah, once again, if you are not well and if that has been a little bit consistent, please make sure you see a doctor or an Ayurveda expert, so you get things in alignment, because that will really help you in your process. But overall, these are the messages that you need to receive when it comes to the upcoming 10 days. And as always, as I wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with my best wishes. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, then these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming 10 days. Alright, a new start is coming. So when it comes to a couple of you, there's something new that you're beginning. And I feel like the something new that you're going to be beginning is going to be very promising for your future life. That is what I'm instinctively picking up. It'll take you towards something better than the life that you have. Okay, because the time is very good for you. That is what I'm sensing. 6 of Pentacles, you have the Star, you have the Lovers, and you have the Devil. Alright, now this week you're also reflecting on a lot of your dreams. Okay, you're reflecting on a lot of what you want to do in your future. Yeah, and prayer is going to be a huge and massive part of your upcoming 10 days. I'll just tell you this. But you're also in the mood to donate something. You're very in the mood of affection and you want to give freely. So you may also, just do something kind for somebody who cannot repay you in any way. Financially sometimes, but sometimes with a kind word. But you're very out there giving. And money-wise, things are very strong for you, even though you may not feel it otherwise. Because the way I see it, you're financially blessed, but at the back of your mind, you're worrying about money. And that may be a part of the pattern that you need to break in the upcoming time. Because certain emotional patterns keep you in place. Now, of course, as I mentioned, for some of you, it could be money-related patterns. For some of you, it could be relationship related patterns that you keep repeating the same mistakes again and again. So be careful about that, and please make sure you break the cycle when it comes to certain things. Now, for a couple of you, the possibility also is that you may meet somebody new, especially with the lovers, this like soulmate to the very core. Or it may also be like, you're going to be spending time with somebody you're very close with, especially on a romantic level. And then for people who are already in a relationship, you keep repeating patterns. That is what I'm telling you again and again. So please make sure when it comes to your relationships in the upcoming week, romantic or otherwise, you try something new. You try something different that you've not done before. Yeah, that's something that's coming through for you. But you're very positive in your mind and you want to do things right. That is what is coming through for you. Now, as I mentioned here already, financially things are good for you. Like you're really secure when it comes to things. But you're worrying. Money is worrying you even though it is a cycle of increase. So please change your mindset a little bit. When it comes to certain things, you have to be a little bit more patient. Maybe you're running out of your patience a little bit and that is a pattern for you. So please break that pattern. Patience is something that you need to inculcate in the upcoming time. And flexibility. You have to be flexible when it comes to certain things. You have to give space for certain things to happen. And not always be like, my way or it is the highway, because it may not work in your favor that way. So be careful about that and be flexible. Remember this, your life is blossoming. It may not be at the level that you expect it to be, but it is blossoming. See, like a little rose, when it opens, it is not a bud, but it is not a complete rose flower. So that is the stage that you are in right now in your life. But you hold the potential to become that full rose. And that potential is something that you need to be a little bit patient with. And most importantly, it is self-love that is going to be a huge part of your upcoming 10 days. Don't lose yourself in relationships. And don't make a relationship the whole and sole purpose that you live your life. You as an individual, you have to become your own soulmate first in order to then have a relationship that is beautiful. And have a relationship that is not codependent. So a little bit of work on self-love may be needed for you in the upcoming 10 days. So spend as much time with yourself as you're spending with your romantic partner. And since we have so many messages about love, let's take a look at those messages too. Okay, calling in a soulmate. Once again, a new start is coming. So for a couple of you who don't have that person in their life, who don't have that special purpose, you have to call them in via your prayers, via your affirmations. Imagine the partner who's just right for you is in your life already. Yeah? And then praise the Lord for sending them your way. That is a great way to actually have a partner that God approves of too. And pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And I'll tell you something. When it comes to the red flags, of course, at times it is about the other person. But sometimes it can also be about ourselves too. See, we do some things wrong too. We are not perfect. I can tell you I'm not perfect. Yeah? So pay attention to whichever red flags that are coming your way. And once again, if you have been in a relationship before the one right now, then maybe there is something that you did there and you may be at a risk of repeating it again. So please resolve that when it comes to you. Fall in love with yourself first, and then, whichever way the other person loves you will be enough. Self-love is most important. And last one, stay optimistic. Yes, you have to be optimistic about your love life. So if you're being pessimistic about it, depending on what happened prior to this, don't. Once again, red flags inside you. Be optimistic and know that the love that comes into your life right now will be the one to stay. Be optimistic always. That is the easiest way to, attract the best things that God can send our way. Romance, Cupid strikes. So yes, of course, for a couple of you, Cupid may strike you. I hope it does. Or maybe if it is already stuck, then you're spending time with that person. Secret admirer. You have a secret admirer too, pile 3. Somebody has deeper feelings for you. See, the thing is, somebody already likes you. Like you've always been on their radar. But maybe they feel like you're not ready, or they feel a little bit afraid to maybe, voice their feelings, which happens sometimes. But nevertheless, you have a secret admirer. Time. You're trying too hard, give it time. So for a couple of people who've been trying to sort of manifest that ultimate partner, but you're trying to force it too much, please don't force things. It'll happen. You just have to believe it'll happen and give it time. Because see, sometimes we have to be ready, and we may be ready. But for the right partner to come in, they may have certain karma that is yet pending on their part before they meet you, and which is why sometimes there is a delay when it comes to your coming together. And last one, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they also can distort your perception and cloud your visions. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So once again, if you're holding on to certain resentments in your present relationships or related to your past one, you have to let it go and not make it a part of who you are and your future story. I'll give you messages from Baba. Look within. So once again, God lies within you. And now I feel like it is time for you, pile 3, to not search for God outside you. Take it within. The formless God that is inside each one of us, where He knows we won't be looking for Him. That is where you need to go, within. Abundance. Okay, financially, as I mentioned already, see, things are good, but that financially worry seems to be on your mind for some reason. Mind power. Your mind has tremendous power. Surrender it to Baba and let Him direct it. So the thing with you, pile 3, is your mind is very powerful, but you don't use it in a way that you should be using. Yeah, because you're probably thinking about things that are not right anymore, or the things that went wrong. It should be directed towards the all possibility of goodness in your life. So allow Baba to take over, or allow a spiritual master to take over, because he may help you in this process. And spiritual teacher, wow. Baba gives his devotees what they want in the hope that they will begin to want what he wants to give them. So your spiritual teacher or Sai Baba, whichever power you believe in, wants to give you something more than you're asking for, something more than you're settling for, which is why surrender your mind power to Baba. Sit down today whenever you get time and just have a communication with him, or whichever power you believe in, and tell them that you give every right up to them and to make you into the best version of you. I'll give you your letters and numbers. You have O, 2, 12, T, 30, I, 26, L, V, E. You've love. Give love a chance, the right kind of love, and feel love within yourself first. Yeah, you have A. Once again, attract love with manifestation skills. That is also there. 28, P, O, L, R, 15, I, number 10, T. You have tap. Okay, now of course this is about water, but tapping into your potential. I feel like there's a lot you can be, there's a lot you can do, but you need to tap in that. And if you're not being able to do that, then you should really give it up to a higher master. And once again, Emirates, 18, M, move, okay, You have move. So if you feel like you're not happy with regards to certain things, move. Of course, this could also be like a physical move. You have 55. Yeah, but overall these are the messages that you need to receive when it comes to the upcoming 10 days. And as always, as I've wrapped up, I'm going to be leaving you with my best wishes. I'll see you next time. Bye.